does he lose the debate, he embarrasses himself. He demonstrates exactly why he doesn't have the temperament or intelligence to run a Dairy Queen store, never mind the country, because after the debate he won on Tuesday night, Truth Social stock is in free fall. Look, Trump's media stock plunges after debate. His stock price sank faster than his pompadour in his steam room because he's finally going to be allowed to unload his shares in Truth Social next Friday. Of course, if he does that, it would immediately tank the stock and screw all the people who invested in it. So, of course, he will definitely be doing that.
Trump's latest meltdown isn't just another temper tantrum. It's a window into a mind that 60% of debate viewers found downright confusing. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Jimmy Kimmel didn't just crack jokes. He cracked open a can of worms that has even die-hard Trump fans scratching their heads. Ready to see what's really behind that orange facade?
The debate of the decade, Vice President Kamala Harris versus former President Donald Trump. It was like watching the Lorax debate the Grinch tonight. Trump's advisors, before the debate, they urged him to be happy Trump instead of mean bully Trump and to please focus on the issues. Of course, he didn't listen to any of that at all. Oh, this was a much better debate than the last debate. This is like the Lion King when Simba came back to avenge Mufasa.
Did you hear about the great cat shortage in Ohio? No? Well, neither did anyone else, because it's not real. But that didn't stop Trump from serving up a real head-scratcher during the debate. He claimed Haitian immigrants are chowing down on Ohio's cats. Yeah, you heard that right. Apparently Trump thinks there's a secret cat buffet going on in the Buckeye State. Now, let's pause for a moment and think about this. Where on earth did Trump get this ferocious idea? Turns out, it wasn't even his own brain kitten. This wild tale seems to have originated from some shady corners of the internet where conspiracy theories breed faster than, well, cats.
This is what Trump was focused on this afternoon. In the day of the debate, he's posting cat memes. I mean, do you think he even knows these are AI? Ted Cruz posted, "Please vote for Trump so Haitian immigrants don't eat us." One of Trump's delegates posted this image of him rescuing the story that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, are eating the cats in the neighborhood. This is what they're spreading around.
But here's the kicker. There's absolutely zero evidence to back up this claim. We checked with Springfield, Ohio, and guess what? Their pet ownership stats are perfectly normal. No great cat exodus, no feline famine, just your average number of furry friends lounging on sofas and knocking things off shelves. So what does this say about Trump's grasp on reality? Well, it's about as firm as a cat's grip on a scratching post during an earthquake. This isn't just a slip of the tongue or a mute understanding. It's a prime example of Trump's tendency to spread misinformation faster than a cat video goes viral. Experts are worried, and not just because they're afraid for their tabbies. They say this kind of talk during debates can really mess with voters' heads. It's like Trump's playing a game of political whack-a-mole, but instead of moles, he's just making stuff up and seeing what sticks.
The Tan Andreas Fault, our former president Donald Trump, is cracking under pressure. His tectonic plates are moving a lot lately. Members of Trump's inner circle think another debate would be a bad idea. They say his performance was so disappointing, he doesn't know whether to call it Eric or Don Jr. at this point. People are just starting to give me credit for having a great debate. The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due.
One expert called it a kernel of truth hiding in a litter box of lies. In other words, there might be a tiny nugget of reality buried somewhere in there, but it's been so twisted and exaggerated that it's basically unrecognizable, kind of like when your cat brings you a gift and you can't tell if it used to be a mouse or a sock. But wait, there's more. Trump's cat tail is just the appetizer in this feast of fibs. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the main course of confusion, and trust me, it's a real doozy. If you thought the cat story was wild, wait till you hear about Trump's Obamacare acrobatics. One minute he's trashing it, the next he's taking credit for saving it. It's like watching a magician saw a healthcare policy in half, then claim he made it whole again. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Trump really that forgetful, or is there something else going on?
When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris.
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate. I guess when you eat as many buckets of chicken as Donald Trump does, debate we all clearly saw him lose. Why not just, I mean, if you're going to do that, why not just say, I did debate her a second time, and guess what? I won even more bigly than the last time.
During the debate, Trump pulled off a flip-flop so impressive, Olympic gymnasts were taking notes. First, he declared Obamacare a disaster, saying it's ruined healthcare for millions. But before anyone could blink, he was suddenly its biggest fan, bragging about how he swooped in and saved it like some orange-tinted superhero. Now, you might be wondering how someone can hold two completely opposite views at the same time. Is Trump's brain just a magic 8-ball that spits out random opinions, or is there a method to this madness? Let's break down Trump's claim that he saved Obamacare. Spoiler alert, it's about as true as his hair color. In reality, Trump's administration has been trying to dismantle Obamacare since day one. They've cut funding, shortened enrollment periods, and even backed a lawsuit to declare the whole thing unconstitutional. That's some weird way of saving something, right? Trump's actual record on healthcare policy is about as consistent as a toddler's food preferences. He promised a beautiful healthcare plan that would cover everyone, but like a dad who said he'd be right back after going out for milk, we're still waiting. Instead, we got a bunch of executive orders that experts say won't do much to help most Americans. So what do these flip-flops reveal about Trump's policy understanding? Well, it's possible he knows as much about healthcare as a potato knows about quantum physics. Or maybe he's just saying whatever he thinks will get him applause at that moment. Either way, it's not great for someone who wants to run the country. And these contradictions aren't just confusing voters, they're turning political discourse into a game of guess what Trump means today. It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall. How are people supposed to make informed decisions when the candidate's position changes faster than a chameleon on a disco floor? But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because Trump's memory gymnastics don't stop at healthcare. There's a whole circus of contradictions coming up that'll make your head spin faster than Donnie can tweet fake news. So here's the kicker. A poll showed that 60% of viewers found Trump's debate performance more confusing than a cat trying to bark. Yikes! It's like he's playing political Twister, but instead of hands and feet, he's twisting facts and logic. Now imagine having a leader who can't keep his own position straight. It's like trying to follow a GPS that keeps changing its mind about where you're going. One minute you're headed to the White House, the next you're in a McDonald's drive-thru. Not exactly what you want when you're trying to run a country, right? Here's a wild idea. Maybe we should actually check if what politicians say is true. I know, crazy talk. But seriously folks, it's time to put on our detective hats and do some fact-checking. Don't just swallow whatever political fast food they're serving up. Take a bite, chew it over, and if it tastes fishy, spit it out.